Good morning. This is your morning yoga routine. You step to your mat, feet hip distance apart. Take a big breath in, and then all the air out. We're going to inhale, sweep our arms up, and then one arm down and make that nice half moon. Exhale all the air out. And you're going to hold here for a few breaths. And your gaze is upward. You're flexing your quadriceps, opening up the side waist, clenching the other side for stability. And then inhale, reach your arm up. And exhale, other side. Again, check in with the feet, all four corners. Gaze is upward, opening up the side waist. And you're breathing nice and evenly, big opening breaths. Inhale, both arms are going to come up. And then you take this nice swan dive down really slowly, flatten the back. Finally let everything hang. Shake your head out. You can cross the arms here. Maybe tick-tock. Or just hang. I like to take a half lift just for some inhale space in my lungs. Exhale, fold it. Now we're going to plant our hands and step back to a downward facing dog. Again, holding for a few breaths. Roll the shoulders back, pull the belly in, push the hips up high to the sky. Head is heavy. Breaths are big. Remember, big hands, hips high. Pedal the feet, opening up the back of the legs. Then inhale, we're going to come into cat pose. Exhale, that's cow. Exhale, cat. Inhale, cow. And exhale, cat. 3 more times. Hands are big still. Shoulders over the wrists. Knees under the hips. Last breath. Warming up that spine. Exhale. Inhale, we're going to flatten the back. On the exhale, hips back to downward facing dog. Now you can hang out here as long as you wish. What I'm going to do is step widely along either sides of my pinky. Step, step. And before I come up, kick those toes out so that I can find goddess nice and easy. So we're morning rising into our goddess. You can open up the arms. Lots of variations. We're tucking and scooping the hips. We really want to be very strong through our core here, igniting and awakening this area. Gaze can be anywhere that keeps you strong. It's those big breaths. Then we're going to inhale, rise up, kick the heels out. Look over your right foot. Toes go outward and you bend the knee. And look, you're in warrior 2 as the shoulders lower. And you're flexing the snot out of that back leg, bending the right knee as much as you can, keeping it over the ankle. Belly is nice and strong. Gaze is soft, breath is big. We're going to take a big old breath in, and I love the exhale breath to be the one that cartwheels me down. I'm going to drop my back knee, lift my chin and chest so this really opens up my hip flexor. Exhale into the half split. Peel those right toes up high to the sky. Inhale, lunge. Exhale, back. Keep going. Inhale, lunge. Each time going a smidgen bit deeper. Inhale. And exhale. One more time. Breathing in. And then out. Now we're going to come back into our lunge. And then we're going back into downward facing dog from here. Notice how I am at a T. For the sake of this video, I'm going to rotate my downward facing dog. From here, hold it. Get really strong. All the blood is rushing to our face, which feels horrible first thing in the morning, but it's good for us. Take a breath in. And then we step out to goddess once again. We inhale, we rise. We settle into some arm figures. Doesn't matter which one you do. They all work. Whichever works for you for today. Use your best judgment. Just breathe. One more breath. Notice my toes are wiggling because this is really uncomfortable. This is using a lot of strength. So we tend to fidget. It's totally cool. Inhale, rise up, kick those heels out. This time, that left toe pivots and my knee goes over my left ankle. This back leg, make sure you check it, 90 degrees. Holding here, rolling those shoulders down. Really nice and strong. The gaze over the left fingertips. Breathing through the entire center of the body. Almost you could feel it coming up through the crown and then exhaling all the way back down. So you're not only just breathing big through your lungs, kind of clearing the whole energy system. Big breath in. That exhale, we cartwheel our hands over our left leg. Drop your right knee. Lift the chin and chest. And then exhale, push the hips back. And then inhale, lift. And notice the toe can be flat or it can be curled. It's totally up to you and your knee. This knee, for some reason, likes my toe curled. So we go with it. Exhale, back. Again, hip over, heel. Inhale. And exhale. And you can flow like this, or you can hold your lunge for 5 breaths and hold your half split for 5 breaths, whatever is calling to you. So once we come into our lunge, we're gonna lift our back legs. Good. Go back into our downward facing dog. Again, I'm gonna rotate. It's kind of like a bear crawl, but we could call it a dog crawl. From here, once again, wide step forward. Come into somewhat of a goddess, almost a frog, really, really low so that we can sit. Now, that is not graceful, but it is the fastest way to transition from a down dog facing down to a sitting pose. Now make sure that we flex our toes. We're gonna really rotate our legs outward. So this creates this openness here. We're gonna sit up really, really tall. So you wanna make sure everything's like up, up, up. Back is super, super flat. Fingertips are on the floor. And then you exhale and you gaze down. Not look down. Keep your neck in neutral. Exhale, fold. When I inhale, I pause and think, okay, lengthen. Exhale, fold a little more. Inhale, lengthen. And then exhale, fold a little more. So wiggle those toes if you wish, flex them again. Remember, we're always thinking about every single part of our body in every pose. At least that's the intention. Big breaths here. This is where we've created just a smidgen of heat so we can create some more space. Go ahead and then slowly we walk our hands back forward. And again, for the purpose of the video, you would just bring your feet together. I am going to rotate. So you're sitting on your sit bones right here, and you just cross like a 4. So you've now got your pigeon option. Nothing like opening up our hips first thing in the morning. Flexing those feet. I hold on to my legs. Pull in with your left arm. Right hand pushes just a little bit. It's the right leg that's crossed over. Again, that super tall spine. You breathe in big. And feel free to hold these poses longer than I am if you want to. In the morning, it's not always about the flow. We did a little bit. If you want more, it's totally cool. If you want less, totally cool. Good. And then we're just gonna switch sides, super simple. Think of how maybe you have your foot hovering over the clutch or the gas. So flexed, flexed, flexed. I'm pulling, and my ankle is on my bicep or my quadricep. That's my bicep, by the way. I do know that. Big old breath in through the nose, and then exhale. It's just an ever slight push. It's just a little bit of weight. First thing in the morning, we don't want to push anything. This is to wake us up, get us moving, get the day started right. Couple more breaths. Good. And then to come down onto our mats. Make sure you always look behind you. There isn't, a cat or some shoe, because that's going to hurt. We're slowly going to roll ourselves down. I'm going to make sure I'm all the way on my mat. Good. Hug those knees into the chest for just a second. And then what I like to do is lift up my hips. We're going to take our right leg over. So I'm going to lay on my outside edge of my left hip. My arms are going to be like a T, and that right leg goes all the way over. Right shoulder on the ground, right gaze across. And again, it's, you inhale, you fill up the spine. When you exhale, it's just this, let it go. You're going to find you might be holding on to tension in your fingers, your shoulders, your neck, your toes even. This is where we go, okay, let it go. And then come back to the center. And you just readjust the hips, pick up. Now we're on the right outside edge of that hip. And then left leg goes over. Oh, gazing over the left. Big breaths. Notice the tension, because the concrete's cool. Whew. When you're ready, back to the center. Straighten everything out. Gonna hug those knees into the chest. Exhale all the air out. And then rock yourself up. And you can move on with your day. Thank you so much for joining me. Namaste.